few days ago, I got a message from somebody, and they was asking, what do I really mean when I say we were born to fail? We were set up to fail. And that's a good question. Short Game here, coming at you with another episode from BadBoySecretsClub.com. So here's the deal. When you were born, you were essentially pre-programmed to fail in most cases. Now you have to understand how the mind works and how psychology works. So I'm not going to get all deep into that, but just know that the years between your first 7 years of your life, of our lives, I should say, is the most important time of our lives, because when we're young, we're basically coming to of age. We're coming into ourselves. And as kids, we aren't consciously aware of what we're doing. We're not even responsible for our own actions when we're kids. So the first 7 years, this is why the first 7 years is absolutely critical. Because the first 7 years, in most cases, it really lays the framework of who we're going to become in our later years. Now, this doesn't say that we can't reprogram how we are in our later years, but it's going to be very difficult. And a lot of people are not aware of how much their early years growing up as a kid impacts them to this day. And see, our parents, the reason why you have so much problems and issues today, getting things done, being consistent, and having success, is because our parents trained us with all these beliefs, and it was passed down. And it doesn't work for you. Just like a lot of this stuff doesn't work for me. Now, I think I got lucky because, see, my parents, growing up, never told me that I couldn't do anything. And I'm not even sure that they realized or even knew what I couldn't do or couldn't do, to be honest with you. So they just kind of like, okay, you can do it. We'll support you. They never said I couldn't do anything, regardless of what they might have thought about I was trying to do, whether it was sports, school, etc. They never said I couldn't do anything. What they always were positive. As long as I wasn't hurting anybody or doing anything negative, it was all good growing up as a kid. So that kind of pre-programmed me to be fearless, to try anything, to always fight, regardless of the odds being stacked against me. I'm going to fight to the core. Nobody's going to stop me. That's what that drive comes from. If somebody tells me that I can't do something, I'm going to try anyway, regardless of the naysayers, people that say you can't do it, the haters, the whatever. I'm going to try anyway. Now, the reason why a lot of people don't get things done is because they end up sabotaging things, because the old information, which is the stuff that they grew up on, is conflicting with the new information. So what you have to do, if you find yourself in a cycle of failure, what you have to do is reprogram yourself. So you have to ditch the old stuff and embed the new information. And to do that is to do simply what Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill. You got to practice. You got to keep doing it over and over again. Even if it gets bored, you got to keep doing it until whatever it is becomes second nature. This is how you become a great writer, a great speaker, a great athlete, entertainer. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it over and over. That's why they say repetition is the mother of skill. And what's going to happen is you're going to build yourself up, and that's going to make you so confident in that area of skill. And that's going to bust through all that old, tired information that's been embedded in you to cause you to fail for all these years. That's the only way you're going to break through. If you don't constantly keep learning, because either you're learning or you're dying. But if you don't constantly keep learning, you're going to keep having the same problems. Really. Because if you're stagnant in life, you're dying. Either you're going forward or you're going backwards. That was the whole science and concept of Think and Grow Rich. That's how you reprogram yourself. That's how you break through, cut the chains, cut the shackles, get the ring out your nose. This is how you become a leader of men, a leader of many. This is how you become a leader in your family. This is how you become so attractive to women. This is how you become so attractive to people in the business world. This is how you make a bunch of money. I don't care what you want to do. It's going to require some skill set. And you're going to have to do it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature to you. Whether you want to get into fitness, whether you want to play football, basketball, tennis, get into business, whether you want to become a writer, blogger, whether you want to become more attractive to women, you're going to have to do more. You have to decide to become more. And you can read all the books you want and listen to all the audio books you want. But you're going to have to put in the work to get better. It takes more than just books. Books is just start. Audio books is just a start. Maybe you have to work out. Maybe you have to lose weight. Maybe you have to get around a different environment, different people. Maybe you have to make more money, boost your skill set, increase your skill set. Maybe you have to invest in yourself, invest in the opportunities to live a better life. There's no way around it. If you want to change your life, you got to change your habits. And if you do this for a certain length of time, it gets easier after a while. This is why they say if you can sustain anything consistently for at least 21 days, it becomes a habit. More than likely, you won't give up. It won't be so hard, but it's going to be very difficult in the beginning, regardless of what you want to do. Because it's new to you. Nothing is easy in the beginning, especially if you haven't done it before. I remember when I first started lifting weights 5 years ago, it was very difficult because I've never lifted weights in my entire life. I didn't lift weights when I was a teenager or in high school or college. The first time I lifted weights, I was 37 years old. So it was very difficult. I was sore. I didn't want to do it anymore after the first week. And I started with the weights. Then I went to push-ups, sit-ups. And now 7 years later, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it consistently. And when I say consistently, you have to, it doesn't have to be every day. It can be every other day. It can be once a week. But it has to be, you have to have a pattern of doing whatever you want to do on a consistent basis. It's like every other day, I do push-ups and sit-ups. And I lift weights once a week. So I do push-ups and sit-ups every other day, and I lift weights once a week. And I've been doing this for 7 years, consistently. And I feel better. I have more energy. Maybe you have to lose weight. Maybe you have to lose the stomach. And it's healthy anyway. It's not healthy being overweight or fat. That's not my opinion. It is what it is. Do your own research. But you have to, if you want your life to get better, you have to put in the work. No one is coming to save you. I mean, look, you got to forgive your parents. They did the best they could raising you. They did the best they could. People only do what's been done to them. Now, maybe you had some stuff that your parents did that was awful. I get it. But you're going to have to forgive them. And you probably have to forgive yourself. Don't give yourself such a hard time. And you're going to have to move forward. You gotta have to brainwash yourself. You are enough. You don't have to be like anybody else. Be yourself. No one can beat you at being yourself. So this is what I mean when I say you've been set up to fail. See, because I know a lot of guys think that they kind of have an entitlement mentality, like, you know, women are just supposed to lay down for me. Everything is just supposed to go, it's supposed to go my way. Now, some people will say, hey, man, it's a lot of discrimination out here, a lot of institutionalized racism out here. You better believe it. But I'm not going to let that stop me from striving to do what I got to do, from striving to do what I want to do. Not without a fight. Somebody's going to have to come and stop me. It is what it is. I don't care what laws and public policy the president or any of these politicians pass. They're going to have to physically come and stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'm not going out without a fight. And you have to have that mentality. You have to become relentless in your pursuit of happiness. Whatever happiness means to you and whatever success means to you. So, hey, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com, for all the gear, books. Get my newsletter and all the good stuff. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.